Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for January 2021. This is your general read. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, January 2021 general read. I hope this message finds everyone in good health and good wealth and good spirits. Stretching out my back right there. Interesting, because I'm seeing like a lot of I'm hearing like multiplicity. I don't know why that's coming through for you like that. Like there's a big stretch. There's a reaching out. There's a reaching up. Sagittarius seems to be moving toward a more positive timeline. Sagittarius seems to be moving more towards an abundant timeline, finding things that take up your time even. Motherhood, or the nurturing aspect of motherhood, seems to be coming into place. Could be someone who's thinking of having children, wanting to have children. And remember that it's not just literal children necessarily. It could be anything that you consider your baby. You could be thinking about starting a garden. You could be thinking about starting on new projects, making new business, you know, whatever. I want to take the time before we get too far in to thank my guides, guardians, ancestors, and most of all, most importantly, my creator, but also any lesser deities that do choose to come forward in this reading for you today, Sagittarius. Yeah, positivity is it's almost like trying to maintain, like trying to stay in this positive, I'm hearing, atmosphere and light. And yes, they go hand in hand. I don't know what that means for you. But there does seem to be some challenges. I'm even seeing like hurdles. I'm seeing like someone run on the track and they're hurtling over these things. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm getting over that. I'm getting over that. Oh, there's another one. I'm getting over that. You know, oh, that one caught my foot. I knocked it down, but I'm still on my feet. Oh, I'm getting over that. You know, it's like one of those, and it's like problems arise in life. We got to get through them. We're going to get through them. It's maintaining the positive mindset and mind frame while we get through these challenges is kind of how your energy is coming through, Sagittarius. Okay, let's see. Surprises. Okay, Six of Cups in the reverse position here. Let's see what's crossing it before we speak on it. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. So whatever this is, it's a long time. It could be old habits. It could be old connections. It could be breaking free of an old self. Again, whatever it is with that Ace of Wands energy coming in, it's like I'm ready to break free of that. I'm ready to set that down. I don't want to go down memory lane anymore. I don't want that, you know, nostalgia. I'm hearing the nostalgic form of depression is coming through like that. Yeah, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to hang on to that stuff anymore. Whatever it is, whatever's been said, whatever's been done by you or anybody else. It's like I just don't want to carry it with me anymore. And remember when I told you I was seeing like the hurdles, it's like you're looking at this wand here like a baton, like we're passing that off. Like it doesn't belong to me anymore. I'm not going to carry it anymore. It likely never belonged to me throughout the whole deal, right? I'm just learning how to not take on everyone's problems, not I'm hearing be the bearer of bad news, whatever that may mean for you. Once again, yeah, I'm going up. I'm going forward. I need to do this. I'm hearing it like that. I need to do this. Sagittarius may have come to a point where they realize they may have to let go of some connections or some projects or, you know, some responsibilities or whatever this is, because I'm seeing like you're not going to be able to walk that tightrope juggling all of that stuff at this time. You're going to have to put some down so that you can maintain this balance. And it is a fine line that I do feel Sagittarius is walking for no other reason than to get to the other side, right? Once you get to the other side, you've got full ground, but it's just like getting over there and staying positive and continuing to look up. There's also a great deal of energy pertaining to having faith coming in for Sagittarius as well. So this could be like a whole spiritual evolution for many of you, okay? There's passionate new beginnings, and there could even be some passionate new beginnings rekindling with old connections. That's only going to be for some of you. Again, this is a general reading, but we'll get into it and see what comes out. Okay, Queen of Swords in the past. Yeah, I do feel like Sagittarius has, here's the thing. Either you've been cold in the past, or you've been fighting to keep from becoming a cold person. So you got like two very distinct energies that are coming through with this card. Some of the Sagittarius that I'm speaking to have been just an outright cold-hearted bitch in the past. Maybe they felt like they needed to, maybe that was the only way to get through it, whatever it is, right? No judgment, no, you do what you gotta do to survive, okay? How you feel it, how you see it, right? We do the best that we can with what we're given, right? No rules. Or there's another Sagittarius here that has been fighting like crazy to keep from becoming that cold-hearted person. And it's almost like it's like I'm seeing very much like that angel and devil sort of energy on the shoulder, like that very sort of animated cartoonish illustration, if you will. And it's someone that's been fighting that darker side, that darker nature. You know, there's a lot here that's happened over, likely with that Six of Cups energy, over a long time span. This could be your energy with another. This could be your energy with several others. It could just be your own energy. And it's likely all of the above in this particular reading, okay? But I do see someone here that's also had to cut things off, cut ways out. I'm hearing specifically cut ways out. Also, very specific message. So you're gonna have to start cutting things out of your diet because it's no longer agreeing with you. It literally doesn't work for your body. Your body is working, I'm seeing like double and triple time. It's aging your insides 2 times. That's, again, specific message only for some of you, but it is coming through, so I do have to say it. Okay. Yeah, you got the Two of Cups here in the reverse position. Like subconsciously, yeah, like Sagittarius has been in their head a lot. You got this one coming up here for goals, Seven of Cups, and then the Two of Cups in the reverse position coming down at the very bottom of the spread, looking up at that Ace of Wands and that Six of Cups in the reverse position there. I am seeing that Sagittarius, and I almost said Pisces, so that may be something overlapping either with someone that you're dealing with or, you know, your own energy. This is Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but also if you're a cross watcher, you know, take it and put it where it fits. Energy is fluid. That's how it works. So I do see somebody that's needing to look outside the box a little bit. And I think this is where Sagittarius has been. This is probably what has them on this path to even a more positive time frame and timeline here. But also it's important to keep the goals realistic, right? So if you've hurt someone or someone has hurt you in the past, there is a point of no return. And that's why we're getting the Queen of Swords with that Six of Cups and that Ace of Wands. There will be relationships that are beyond repair. They are past the point of no return once that respect is lost. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Now, that's not all of them, but that is going to be some of them. And not even just relationships, but project. Just there's certain things in this spread, Sagittarius, that are beyond repair. And I do see you thinking of ways of how to deal with that. You're sort of just thinking of, you know, okay, well, that cup is no good for me. That cup I can deal with. Well, I can refill that one, or, you know, I don't have any more of the ingredients to refill the rest of that one. So it's just going to have to sit where it is. It's sort of this type of energy, right? There are some things here that are just broken, and Sagittarius is not oblivious to this. Sagittarius fully understands what is out of balance, what is broken, and what needs more consideration, what needs more time, and what can and cannot be repaired. I think what's happening here is we're just realistically looking at how that's going to happen, how that's going to play out. And I am hearing somebody getting out. I'm hearing it like, I want to get out scot-free. Like there's an energy here, whether it's yours or that of another, that is very much like, I want to get out of this situation that I've made for myself, put myself in, allowed others to put me in, whatever it is for you. I want to get out of this scot-free from here on. It's like, yeah, people have been hurt, things have been said, it is what it is, but like, how do I get out of this? I'm hearing like damage control as well. How do I get out of this in the, I'm actually seeing someone, like there's these mouse traps everywhere. I think this is a scene from a movie. There's these mouse traps everywhere, and they're like tippy-toeing, trying not to set off the traps. To get across to the other side of the room, which is where the front door is. Okay, so there's this very like delicate, there you go, it's a delicate energy, a delicate way to handle the situation so that no one else has to get hurt, at least let's say as little as possible. Okay. Also, Sagittarius needs to set some goals, okay? There is some stagnant energy here. There has been some stagnant energy here. Again, Sagittarius, completely aware of this. If you are the Sagittarius, I'm probably not telling you anything that you don't already know, yes? But there is an energy here that, like, okay, you've dreamed up all of this stuff. Now let's go to the next step, right? Like, let's actually write it down. Let's put the plan into action. There's kind of like a kick here, like a nudge, like, okay, enough thinking about it. Let's go. Sagittarius is whatever this is for you in this particular energy is, excuse me, having a tendency to allow their mind to get away with them in certain instances. And I'm hearing in certain issues. I want to say instances, but it kept, as I was saying it, I kept having to like, because it was trying to come out issues. Okay. So there is a form of growing that I think Sagittarius, or anyone who's dealing with Sagittarius, is not allowing to happen. And that is judging the present moments based off of past behaviors, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But it is in this case because these particular energies that are being dealt with don't have anything to do with the past behaviors of another. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. We get the Queen of Pentacles over here in the immediate short-term outcome. Again, it's all about that, getting that stable energy. I'm hearing I need 4 wheels. Somebody may be thinking about getting a car. I'm seeing actually someone switch over from the dream of a motorcycle to a car. It's about practical, like someone, you know, always had like a crotch rocket or maybe like a sports car or something like that, and they're kind of getting practical about it because they have a new family. It's sort of that situation. It's like someone is realizing like I don't want to say like it's time to grow up, right? Because if you're young inside, you're young inside, and everyone's different, and that's what makes us all beautiful. But in a way, it is time to grow up. It's time to elevate. It's time to go to that next phase. And it's time to become stable on our own. And you could be, here's another thing that I'm seeing with this particular energy of Sagittarius. This person could be, as seen by others, the most stable person around, right? They could have it all together. They could have 5 vehicles, 2 houses, a job, retire. It doesn't matter if they don't feel stable and complete inside. And that's really what we're talking about. What makes you feel stable and complete, where you're not having to depend on others. And that is where you are currently heading towards, and even in the middle of doing. Also, I'm seeing this Queen of Pentacles as wanting to offer. So suddenly whatever has happened here, it's not just like me anymore. Suddenly someone here in this energy is wanting to offer things, okay? Offer coins, offer advice, offer, even when you look at the Queen of Pentacles, you look at somebody who's really secure and really stable. Could be, you know, it's sort of having this like older energy, like a wiser, a more well-seasoned. So this pentacle that is being offered could even be just like earthbound knowledge that someone is wanting to offer, wanting to give. I will say, because of this 7 of Cups energy up here, I would be very careful, because you could also have, especially because you got the 2 of Cups in the reverse down here at the bottom, you have the 7 of Cups at the very top. So with the 6 of Cups in the reverse in the middle with the Ace of Wands, I would be very careful of who you are giving and getting from as far as information itself goes, because you do have some people that are literally like, I'm seeing the game telephone, where like somebody whispers in the ear and then they whisper what they heard in the ear, and by the time it makes it to the last person in the row, it is nothing like the first phrase that was said. So I'm seeing someone actually intentionally start these rumors, intentionally giving false information, and also someone here that may even be giving information that is like, let's say it's not necessarily false, but it didn't need to be said, right? Like this is someone that's intentionally being messy, or maybe they're bored, or maybe this could even be somebody that's just completely socially awkward. They don't know how to start a conversation. They don't know how to have real relationships. All they know how to do is gossip and say like what was said to them. Like that's their sort of common denominator. So it is just a scenario that I do see here. It's not for everyone, but I would be careful if any of that is resonating with you. Okay, you've got the Lovers in the advice position. Again, like I said, it's maintaining that happiness, it's maintaining that balance, and it's also, there's a checks and balances system that's being asked of you to participate in here, Sagittarius. There's this sort of like, let's not become our own echo chamber, right? Like let's weigh it and talk it out, even if that is you with you, right? I'm looking at this Lovers here as sort of it's coming through like a devil's advocate, right? Like let's not be afraid to question that other side. Let's not be afraid to say what if. Let's not be afraid to be practical. Let's not also put all of our eggs in one basket. Again, whatever that means for you. The advice here is to definitely choose love. Okay, the influence here, you're getting the Cancer energy. You're getting a lot of major arcana over here on this side. I say a lot, but it's really just big. It's coming through like it's a lot. It's only 2 cards, but it's big, right? So this Chariot energy, right? Cancer, you also got that Cancer moon coming in the reverse, right? The energy, the influence here is everyone being stagnant and stuck. I think Aries, if I'm not mistaken, got a similar energy in this part of the read where it's like all of the people around them are sort of like in the same boat. So if you don't have people that are like inspiring you to, whether it's making investments, going into business, you know, artistically, whatever it is, if you don't have creative energies around you, you kind of get stuck in, you know, not being your creative self. Like there's a lot of things that are stagnant here. The creative juices are one of them, especially when I'm looking at this Lovers and this this water energy. You've got this air and this water energy back to back, and it's like bring that emotion. I'm seeing it's like bring that emotion into that that mental space and then pour it out to create. There's a blockage there and it's not happening. This leaves people feeling useless. This leaves them feeling like they don't really have a purpose. They don't have a path. Because what we do here is create, right? You hear it all the time, especially in the new age shit. Like we're co-creators, right? We create our own environment. We create our own reality. We create, okay? Everything that you're doing and seeing and saying has been created, right? This toboggan was created. This jewelry was created. It created these tattoos. Somebody created the gun, the machine that put them on, right? We created these bracelets. The tablet, the phone, the device, whatever you're watching me on was created. Somebody created the system, the service that you're watching this through, right? It is in our nature to create. So Sagittarius, when you find yourself here feeling a little bit less than and getting away with yourself in your head and wondering why maybe you're not as fulfilled as you should be, even though maybe you have all the coins, maybe you do have parts of your life all together and you don't want for anything, you can't figure out why you're still a little bit hollow inside. It's because you're not creating in the way that you should. There is blockage there, okay? Wow, this one's really struggling to come out. It's the Star card, okay? Lovers, Chariot, Star, okay? Again, like that's what I'm talking about, the divine purpose. What, like if you know nothing else about yourself, understand that one thing that you are supposed to be here is authentic. The other thing that you are supposed to be here is a creator, okay? So that is what is feeling lacking. That's what's broken. That's what's twisted. That's what's off. That's what's imbalanced, right? And then you have the Page of Cups in the reverse position as the overall long-term outcome. Let's get a little bit more clarified on that. Again, there's just things that need to be cut out. Look, someone has to find their independence again. Like, I trust me and I know what I am with or without you, right? Like, what am I, this is very real here. Like, Sagittarius, this is something that doesn't need to define you, what I'm seeing here. Like, what are you if you're not so-and-so's mother? Who are you if you're not so-and-so's wife or husband? Or father? Who are you if you're not the bag boy, right? Or the manager, or the artist, or you know, like this is sort of like breaking down, especially with the Seven of Cups energy. Like we're breaking down the illusions, we're breaking down all the sort of like attachments. Like we're not allowing what we do or our positions on a 3D level to define who we are. That's a very, very big, real message for you. Who am I? You know, it's like, who are you at the core of it? And then after you figure that out, who do you want to be, right? So this is definitely a message here, especially with this Emperor here. And I think I did say something about it kind of sounding a little bit like parts of the Aries read. It's about controlling your domain. It's about controlling you, your temple, you. I'm hearing from the top to the bottom, but I'm going in reverse from the top to the bottom. Very interesting. especially because Sagittarius is the temperance in the deck. I'm all of a sudden I'm smelling, let's not go there. Maybe let's go there. Yeah, this is like, there's something that needs to, okay, because I'm smelling weed all of a sudden. What plant medicines do is allow you to free certain things. Either they shut down parts of your brain so that other parts can open up, or they do the reverse of that, or they, you know, they chill you out, or they allow you to eat, or whatever it is. Like they're altering things in your body. And so that's big here. Blockages and releases are big for you in this reading, Sagittarius. But again, it's all about sort of controlling your emotions so that you can control your domain, right? When you let ugliness fly off of your lips, it's sort of setting yourself up. I'm hearing mind your business. I do not know who that's for. No judgment, no shade. No, I'm hearing no persecution. Someone here feels like they're being persecuted, and maybe for good reason and maybe not. I don't know. You'll have to decide. But I do see you cutting things out. Also, though, you've been making excuses, okay? There are things that you're expecting from people, or this could be someone with you, that simply can't be given. Like you have to understand that like there's certain things that are just not, it's not possible. It's not within a person's capability to give you that, right? So if you see somebody that is one way, you know, like it's like you can't expect somebody to be 6 foot tall if they're fucking 5 foot. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like there are things that you're looking to people for that is really odd because it's never gonna happen. Like you know that there's, it's like pulling up to a I've seen someone pull up to a gas station. This is also about refuel. I'm getting a lot of like re-energize, refuel, leveling up, like filling things. Also, like I was seeing, you know, somebody put something in the body, like again, fuel for the body, fuel for the vehicle. What is the body but a vehicle for the soul? You know what I mean? It's like you're getting a lot of messages like that. But I'm seeing someone pull up to the gas pump, and the gas pump has a bag on it, right? And it's got the caution tape, and obviously it's out of service, it's out of gas. But the person pulls up anyways, and they get the pump and they put it in, and they're just like getting really, really upset, pressing this button, wondering why it's not putting gas in. Okay, well, clearly the pump says it has no gas. Why are you trying to continue to pump gas, expecting gas to come out of something that doesn't have any? And that's what relationships and connections and people that are surrounding you currently are like, or even situations, right? Like if you're wanting to make, if you're one of these people that's wanting to, you know, get, let's say you want to buy a new house, you want to buy a new car, and you need, let's say you're willing to work, but you need, let's say you need $30 an hour, okay? But you're working at Burger King, flipping burgers. There's no shame in having a job. A job is a job, money is money. You can be a hard worker, anything, but it's not practical to think that you're going to make $30 an hour flipping burgers. Either you're going to need to level up in that company, you're going to need to use that money to go to school and get a degree, or you're going to have to hustle on the side or get another job or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like you're going to, let's say you're making 15 over there, 15 an hour over there, then you're going to need another one making 15 so that you can make 30 an hour, and you're going to have to do it double time. Do you know what I mean? Like there's something here that you're not looking at with a clear kind of understanding and like realistic expectations. It's like I'm seeing you wait for things to be offered to you by people, situations, and connections, like it's just not there. The Justice in the reverse position and the Six of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, there's been injustices. I'm telling you, people have been hurt all over the board. And the Sagittarius, again, is not oblivious to this. Sagittarius, you may have been hurt. You know, this could be you. This could be you, the one that's hurt by others. Others have been hurt by you. Could be both in several situations. Nonetheless, it's time to get very, very honest. There has been connections broken from being dishonest, from being lies, from being deceitful, from being ugly, okay? There is legal, I'm hearing legal obligations and legal battles afoot for many of you, okay, that you cannot leave behind. You thought it was going to go away. It's not going to go away. You have to handle it. An energy like this came through for Leo, like trying to sweep things under the rug. So you may want to go back and watch that. But like that's what I'm hearing here. Like seeing, excuse me, this Six of Swords in the reverse position with this Justice in the reverse. It's not going to go away. It has to be dealt with and then it can go away, right? Like you can't, the only way to get over it is literally to go through it, to work it out, whatever this is. Okay, I'm told to pull 2 more cards here at the very bottom, and then I'm looking at these love cards here that I'm going to pull for you. The Sun in the reverse position, the Temperance in the reverse position, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, this is someone who was not cut out, or even several people that were not cut out to be committed to these or this relationship or businesses. Again, no judgment, no resentment, no shade, no shame. It is what it is. Maybe you bit off more than you could chew. Maybe you misjudged someone's character. Maybe you misjudged your own growth in character. You know, who knows? Who knows? Who cares? The thing is, we're aware of it now, so let's move on. Because you got the Sun here in the reverse position coming over that 2 of Cups, the Temperance in the reverse coming over the Justice in the reverse, and the Knight of Wands in reverse coming over the 6 of Swords in reverse. Someone here simply was not ready. She wasn't ready. This person was not equipped to commit to this, whatever this is. Okay, which brought a lot of sadness, it brought a lot of depression, it brought a lot of feelings of defeat and unworthiness. Okay, and it's because it's out of balance. There's something very off about the belief system. There's something very off, like up in this area. Okay, so whether it's your consciousness, your faith, your state of being, whatever it is, your brain, your own mental space, mental health possibly for many of you. Okay, and then you've got the King of Swords here that I flipped over, which came right underneath this Queen of Swords. Okay, once again, it's about being balanced within, okay? And bringing those, there's something about manifestation here. Because remember, we started out with that major Empress energy. There's something huge about your own manifestation power. You've got the Lovers, which is a duality, a masculine and feminine, a light and a dark. You've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, which is a duality, a masculine and a feminine, a light and a dark. You've got the Temperance here, a light and a dark. You've got the Justice here, the balanced scales. Okay, you've got, this is very much about your leveling up and getting stable within yourself so that you can be stable for the ones around you. Or so, yeah, I mean, because if you can't love yourself and you can't be stable for yourself, you're really no good to anybody else, right? Like if you're sick, how are you going to take care of others? But also, this is very much about like recognizing who you are and not allowing certain things to identify you. You are something without all, this is like stripping it away. I'm like seeing someone being stripped away to like the bare skin, right? This is about like being naked in a metaphorical sense, you know, where like you have nothing to hide, nothing holds you down, nothing holds you back. Like you're just comfortable in your own skin with who you are on the inside, without all the titles, without all of the materialistic shit, without the, you know, the there's like, it's just so much like, it's like this sense of belonging that's kind of, it's like trying to weed itself out of your life. It's like, well, I need to belong to that group. I need to belong to that church. I need to belong to that that person. I need that title that says we're married. I need that. It's like this. I need that title that says I'm above you. I need that title that says I can do this. I need that degree. It's like none of that makes you who you are. None of it. And this is kind of the energy that you're in, Sagittarius. Let me get some of these cards here for you quick. I'm hearing 3 shuffles. I'm also hearing 3rd time's a charm. I don't know what exactly that means for you in particular. And then 3 cards, literally 3 cards flipped out, okay? You've got the religious factors, what did I just say about like church organizations. This is very much like, who are you on your own? How do you stand? I'm hearing ministry for some of you. Interesting. I'm saying, yeah, no, I don't want anybody to see me in that light. I don't know what that is for, why that's coming through, okay? Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. It's very possible that many of you are in a relationship with someone that is either really like on an alternative sort of spirituality and lifestyle, and you're wanting to go more towards organized religion, or maybe you don't have religion or spiritual. Maybe you're an atheist or agnostic. Likely not if you're fucking watching tarot, but Do you know what I mean? Like it could be a reverse situation as well. Whatever it is, it's two very different spectrums. And maybe it wasn't in the beginning, but there are things trying to shift and weed themselves out of your life. And I do see a fight being put up. And I also see something like it's like this really thin little thread and string that's holding on. I mean, it's just almost, it's just non-existent. It's so barely there. It just doesn't even exist. I'm also, my eyes, I feel like this video I've gotten super low. If you remember, I don't know how long ago now it was, but I was smelling weed. So there could be something with addiction here as well. I feel like I just want to go to sleep. Like I don't even want to finish this reading. I'm having a crazy hard time keeping my eyes open as well. So these could be wow, this is legit. Like, hold up. There could be also an issue with wanting to confront problems. This is possibly like maybe someone is sleeping too much. You do have the sun in reverse. You got a lot of cards pointing to depression and mental health here. So this could be someone just like wanting to drink it all away, smoke it all away, just sleep. Just let me sleep. Like I'll get up tomorrow and deal with it, right? Then you have flirt. Okay, extend your lighthearted energy to others, which I think you have tried to do. And it didn't work out for you, but there's something there that you definitely need to look at. And also, that other Sagittarius I was talking about in the beginning of the read when I said there's two very distinct groups here, where one is trying not to go to that dark place, trying not to become a cold person. This is kind of your message to be like, it's okay. It's okay to flirt. It's okay to extend your lighthearted energy. It's okay. You can't let the ugly ones break you down. And I'm hearing break you up as well. As I look at the card of separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I saw this in the very beginning of the read. We didn't need the cards to tell us this. It's not just your partner. It's going to be other people in your life as well. And that's okay. Separation isn't always a bad thing. In fact, many times, especially in situations like this, you need that separation to figure out where you want to go, what you need to do, what you expect. Okay. Boundaries have been a huge theme for all of these reads coming in January 2021 and even back in since November, and even for many of you in October. So, and not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I would take that time. Let's get one card here for this separation. Yeah, the Hermit coming right over that separation card. Okay. Yeah, that's why the universe is trying to pull you away from things. It may not even be a literal separation, but just like some space, right? Just some quiet time, okay? And that is to figure out who and what you are, your own soul, not all the shit and all the titles that you think makes you who you are and that you have learned. I'm hearing specifically to tell you that you have learned to identify with. So there's something very specific in that wording for you. That's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here with me, for allowing me to connect with you, and I will see you next time.